Table for two.
I know, absolutely.
Food, glorious food. It's one of the best things about going on holiday.
From world-class cuisine in a swanky hotel
To fish and chips in your car by the sea.
Britain is full of amazing places to go and things to eat.
We're going on a journey.
Let's
You
go.
excited?
This is Grace Dent. She may be a renowned food critic, but she loves a cheap eat as much as a posh treat.
Hang on, let's put it on the end of my nose.
And this is everyone's favourite telly chef.
Oh, yeah.
Well, mine anyway.
See how it comes out easier when you pose like this?
Ainsley Harriott.
And I've been quite successful in my life, MBE.
Together, we're travelling north, south, east and west to meet the people serving up the very best of British.
Another napkin, because I'm in a messy mood.
Because this country is full of surprises.
This might be my most dramatic entrance today.
Both on the coast
Oh, yeah.
It's so beautiful.
And in the country.
Congratulations! You delivered your first lamb. Wow.
Touch it, go on.
One of the greatest experiences of my life.
Oh,
Come join us for the ride.
Why do I let you plan anything?
because you know you're going to have a good time.
This time, we're exploring the spectacular coastline and majestic countryside of Aberdeenshire in northeast Scotland, where we take a breathtaking trip to the country's largest mainland Ganet colony.
This has just blown me away. I'm so emotional.
Discover historic techniques used in a fishing smokery in Macduff.
It's a dungeon.
It's really deep.
We find a farm shop that gives a new meaning to high tech.
Should I press it?
And journey into the unknown in the Cairngorms National Park.
Oh, Gracie.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
Scotland, you are amazing.
Ainsley, this is one of my favourite places in the whole of Britain.
We are talking about 165 miles, Gracie, of continuous coastline.
Wow.
And this is just a little bit of it.
Aberdeenshire is a vast county and the fourth largest region in Scotland.
It's home to the Cairngorms National Park, stunning Royal Deeside.
And the beautiful Banffshire coast, one of the world's most outstanding coastlines.
But we begin our journey in Aberdeen, in a unique corner of the city, Fitty. Spelled foodie, it was built in the early 19th century and was home to generations of fishing families, many of whom lived and worked during the herring boom. The history of Fitty gives a glimpse into life in fishing towns all along the Aberdeenshire coastline, which left a lasting mark on the architecture and food. Local historian and folklorist Dr. Fiona Jane Brown, descended from Fisherfolk herself, can give us an insight into this area's fascinating past.
Just look at this, Gracie, look.
Hello.
Is that Fiona?
Yes.
How are you?
Grace.
Fiona, where are we?
Well, Grace, we are in Fitty, or Foodie, which is a planned fishing village that was completed around 1808. It's an example of the first social housing in Aberdeen for the fisherfolk.
So tell us all about the herring boom then.
The herring industry was all-encompassing. Everybody was involved in it. You have this migrant workforce of young single women following the herring round the coast. These women were the fastest gutters you'd ever seen.
Seems like all the houses seem to centre in on this church.
Yeah, the fisherfolk were devoutly religious. This was designed by local architect William Smith in 1870. There's a little royal connection here. In 1853, William Smith was tasked by Prince Albert to redesign Balmoral.
You know, Balmoral is a very practical,
Yeah.
sturdy palace, and I can see that when you look at it. This is built to last.
Absolutely.
To get a better understanding of how the fisherfolk of Fitty lived at one with the elements, we're taking a walk down the back of the cottages, just a stone's throw from the ocean.
This is such a windswept, dramatic place. I'm trying to imagine life here in the 19th century.
It would have been really hard because the women have to run the household when their man's at sea. You don't know if your husband's going to come home at night because the sea is crashing behind us.
Can you imagine the idea of every time someone goes to work, you might not see them again?
Yeah, I mean, it breeds this constant anxiety, and you would cope with it by Christian faith or superstitious rituals, constantly thinking of ways, how do we control this worry?
This is just one of the many fishing villages all along the coast of Aberdeenshire, shaped by their relationship with the sea.
So this is the back of the house. We're almost in the sea.
Yeah, and the sound of it. I mean, my granny said she used to be terrified of the roaring of the sea when she was a child.
Do you ever go swimming in the sea, Fiona?
No, I don't. I prefer swimming in a swimming pool.
You and me both, Fiona. But of course, this trip is about food, and we've been told we can't come to Aberdeen without trying a local legend.
They're called Butteries. Here we go. One for you, and one for you.
I feel like I'm in a sweet shop. Fiona, I really do.
This is what the fishermen ate when they went on their long herring and whitefish trips. And basically, it's like a croissant, but it's actually made of lard and flour and butter and salt.
Do people still eat them now?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, people normally eat them with either your 11s or your afternoon tea. They're very, very popular, and they're very much Aberdonian.
It's like someone sat on my croissant. Do you know what I mean?
It's like a sturdy buttered roll with the fat already in it. I'm just demolishing this, I'm sure.
You are. You're going for it, aren't you? You're really going for it.
Well, what's not to love about a lardy croissant? But as we found out, this place is really all about fish. And I've heard there's a restaurant close by that offers some of the best shellfish in the area. The old customs house is home to the Silver Darling, and the historic harbour in which it sits was established in 1136. It's said to be the oldest existing business in Britain. In contrast, the restaurant has a chic, modern feel with views of the beach and harbour. The freshness of the fish here is second to none. Straight from the boat to the kitchen, the oysters, langoustines and halibut are all firm favourites.
Seafood right up my street. Oh, yeah. While Gracie heads to find us the best seats in the house, I'm off to the kitchen to meet head chef Craig Summers. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so what are we going to be making today then, Craig?
Well, we're going to do some fresh grilled langoustines, garlic butter. We're going to do oysters 3 ways.
You really can't beat the classics.
We'll start with the langoustines. I'll show you how to prep one. If you go through the head first, like so, and then down the tail.
Langoustines are a member of the lobster family, albeit a lot smaller than their more famous cousins, and they are very popular here.
Now, where are these bad boys from then, these langoustine?
Those ones are actually from Peterhead.
Peterhead, just over 30 miles from here, is the largest fishing port in the UK, and in 2021 landed £156 million worth of fish.
And so easy to cook when they're like this, aren't they, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a great thing about seafood. I mean, we're just doing that with a bit of garlic butter on top.
It just sounds so lovely, innit? When you just say garlic butter and
garlic
lemon.
Butter and lemon,
that will do.
It doesn't get much better than that.
There you go, Chefy. How about that?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah?
I will go and rinse them off.
Hey, where's those langoustines, Chef? Hurry up.
They're coming.
Shall I start on these oysters?
Yeah, we're going to shuck them.
Shucking is a way of prizing oysters open without damaging the delicate meat inside.
It's just a case of popping the...
Yeah. Once you popped it, you're there,
Trying
aren't you?
not to do that.
This goes down really well, does it?
Goes out very, very... I mean, we sell about 700 oysters a week, I would say.
Wow, that's
So-
a lot of shucking.
Yeah, it is a lot of shucking.
I'm a big fan of oysters.
Yeah.
Get out my partner, sit down there, glass of bubbles, oysters. You just can't beat it.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm a bit of a dozen man myself. Do you know what I mean?
But before I get shuck, or should I say stuck in, first they've got to be prepped. Craig puts 2 under the grill, but his special dish uses a delicate batter, which he makes with corn flour, plain flour, bicarb of soda, beer and soda water for extra lightness.
this one of your faves then, Craig?
This is my favourite way to have it. Yeah, yeah. Everything's good in batter, isn't it? It doesn't matter what it is.
Even Mars bars.
Well, no, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, wow.
So, there we have our battered oysters.
Lovely.
If you like, just put a bit of wasabi mayo in the bottom there.
Okay.
There we go, lovely.
The grilled oysters have a Rockefeller topping. They're named after John D. Rockefeller, the one-time wealthiest American, as they're known for their extreme richness.
The shallots, spinach, parsley, garlic, breadcrumbs, quite a lot of butter.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to put them onto the grill again.
Okay. Shall I do those langoustine whilst you're waiting for that?
Yeah, sure. Don't be shy with the butter.
Really get them on there. There you go.
And with the langoustines under the grill, the Rockefeller oysters come off and have nicely browned.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice and toasted.
And last to be prepared, my favourite.
They're beautiful.
The fresh oysters with shallot and red wine vinegar. And all we need is the langoustines, and we're good to go.
I think Grace is going to go crazy over that, you know?
Yeah.
Look at that. Simple fare, but just so beautifully presented, and I'm sure it's going to taste amazing. Hey, thanks so much, Craig.
You're welcome. More
Real
than welcome.
pleasure. Thank you.
What an absolute treat.
Oh,
Here he is.
there we are, my lovely. Look at that.
Oh, the garlic butter is just wafting over to me.
Fresh Scottish seafood at its absolute best, its simplest, but its most tastiest.
There's nowhere better to eat it than here, though. Look at
I know. You see the beauty right on your doorstep.
That's very moving, but can I eat?
Of course you can.
I'm going in for the Rockefeller first.
I love the colour, I love the shade. It's kind of Fungus the Bogeyman-ish.
Oh, just eat it, will you?
I'm trying to do this in a ladylike way. Oh.
Naughty. Oh, I like that, you see. Yeah, look at you. You know how to do it, didn't you, Gracie?
Yeah, I just love food.
Well, there's more to come.
Go on, then.
The batter is great. Just the right amount of wasabi in there because it's making me a little bit.
Really? For me, the fresh with the beautiful shallot vinegar there. Ready?
Going in?
It's going in.
I've got half of that down my bra. I was trying to do the elegant Saint-Tropez.
I know.
That's enough of that. On to the langoustines.
They're so beautiful.
Devour.
Oh, they're good. You can taste the grill. That's the key thing.
The meat stays wonderfully juicy and tender.
That was incredible. Cheers to beautiful Scottish seafood and by the sea.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
We're heading to the north of Aberdeenshire for the next leg of our trip, which is known for its spectacular coastline and picturesque fishing villages.
I'm loving going up north. The landscape is just remarkable.
Look at that. That's the sea out there, Gracie. Look.
So Gardenstown, that's where we're headed. A former community where fisher people lived. So we'll get a real feeling of what it was like to, to live in those little cottages.
Known locally as Gamery, Gardenstown was founded in 1721 by Alexander Garden. Fishing cottages were built into the old red sandstone cliffs, and by the 1920s, Gardenstown and nearby Crovey housed 250 fishermen.
This is becoming quite narrow, these streets here.
The tight space I suck in. Ainsley, I think our cottage is right here on the seafront. Right, let's go and have a look. This looks like something very out of the ordinary. Gosh, this is perfect, isn't it?
It's really, yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah, breathtaking.
I could look at that view forever. It's just gorgeous. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Oh, this is it. Yeah!
This 19th century fisherman's cottage is a traditional 3-bedroom, self-catering property and sits only a few yards from the sea.
Oh, yeah.
It's so beautiful.
The light's perfect, everything. Oh.
At high tide, the sea laps the harbour wall right outside the living room's windows, which has views over Gamery Bay and out to the Moray Firth. At low tide, you can hop down onto the rocky beach to go exploring.
This is pure escapism. I want to come here, bring me dog. Come on, Bobby, let's go to the fisherman's cottage.
It's just an absolutely incredible view.
But as we've learnt so far on this trip, amazing sea views call for one thing: dinner. So we're headed to the nearby fishing town of Macduff to pick up something tasty for tea. Macduff is a small coastal town renowned for its fishing industry. It's one of the few remaining places in the UK where deep-water wooden fishing boats are still being built.
Fresh fish sold here.
Let's have a look.
We going in?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's do it.
Inshore Fish Supply is a family-run business specialising in fresh and smoked fish. Fish smoking is an ancient art and can be traced back to the 11th century. It's synonymous with the area, and owner Ian and his brother Andy are the latest generation of craftsmen. Extremely popular with the local community and tourists, they sell 30 stone of fish here every day, serving up to 1,000 customers a week.
Oh, what? Look at this. Hello.
How are you?
Look at this, Gracie.
Wow, this is incredible. This is your place?
Yes. Granddad and my father, just down the line.
Generations.
Just generations down.
Generations.
Passed down.
How many years are we talking about?
70.
You said that so casually. 70 years.
And the smell of the smoke is just wonderful.
Well, we smoke fish every day. Smoked mackerel, kippers. It's naturally smoked. Pork chips.
Fish smoking in the past was done for preservation, but in these days of refrigeration, it's generally done for the unique taste and flavour.
Oh, wow, look at those. Hey?
See, I don't know whether to eat it or be scared of it. There's something a bit frightening.
Believe me, eat it.
Eat it.
I've got to say, Ian, I can smell some smoking. You're doing a bit now, aren't you?
Yes,
eh? Can we have a little bit of a look?
Yes, you certainly can.
Ian's brother Andy has worked here for 15 years and is responsible for keeping this historic skill alive. He actually smokes 8 stones of fish every day.
You are the smoking man.
I'm the smoker.
Yeah. How does it all happen then?
Well, fresh haddock from today in a saltwater pickle. It'll extract some moisture from the fish so that the smoke will penetrate it easier.
The next stage is to hang the fish to remove the excess moisture.
We'll let them drip for an hour or so.
OK.
It's like putting our washing out, isn't it? Do you like putting them on the line at home?
No.
Really?
No, I ain't got time.
You ain't got time?
I ain't got time for that. Salt water, hung up, but what's the next bit?
Smoke. So this is a kiln here. Where the magic happens.
Ah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. How long do they stay in there to smoke for?
We'll light the fire at about 4:45 at night and still be going maybe 3, 4 in the morning.
Any chance of seeing the fires, seeing you light it up?
The steps.
It's a dungeon. Oh, my word.
Really deep. How long do you have to get out of there?
Plenty of time.
But are you coming quite soon? Because it's quite on fire now. See, this feels dangerous to me. Oh, but isn't it worth it? That smells incredible already.
And shut the door.
lovely just to get an insight into this tradition because it's been going on for so long here, hasn't it?
It's been going on hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Before you were born.
A long time before I was born.
Oh, lovely. Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks, Al.
But before we head back to the cottage, there's just that small matter of dinner.
Ainsley, I think we've got to get something smoked. That only makes sense after seeing all that. I keep seeing on menus around here, Cullen skink. I've never had it. So it's smoked haddock. It's like a soup.
Soup, yeah. Potatoes and onion. And
Bit of milk, really,
Bit of
innit?
milk, yeah.
Bit of milk, just boil it up. Do you ever do it, Ian?
Yes.
Yeah. Every Saturday morning, is it?
Well, that can be our appetiser, but for the main course, I'm going to need the catch of the day.
Don't want to disappoint you, but I really want to go for the fresh haddock. Is that all right?
Yeah.
You know?
Pleasure.
Beautiful. Hey?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this? You probably want to know, didn't you?
He's cooking, and
good.
watching.
He's
Thank you so much.
He's the chef, isn't he?
He's the chef. I'm the eater.
How did you
Nice
know
to meet
that?
you.
See ya.
Thank you very much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Smell of smoke?
I've got to think about what I'm going to do with it now.
Back at the cottage, we have to try that Cullen skink. And of course, it has to be done al fresco style.
That really is smoky.
Now I've seen him put the oak chips onto the floor and set fire to them and all the smoke come out. That's what I can taste. It's in the mug.
You don't need anything out here. You just need a couple of mugs, sitting on a bench, admiring the view. I'm not going to give you any of mine.
This place really does have it all. Hearty food, spectacular views, and there's lots of doggies about. My type of heaven.
Oh, lovely dog.
Can we go and say hello?
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, you.
How are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you.
There's nothing better than walking a dog on the beach.
Are you coming? Say bye-bye.
Beautiful. Yes, you are.
See you later.
See you later.
Later. I get a little emotional when I see that, you know.
You can bring your pets here, you know.
Yeah, you just
I can see you walking down there with Bobby.
Yeah, good boy. Good boy.
You know, all that fresh air has given me a bit of an appetite. Fortunately, it's almost dinner time, and I want to put my own twist on the local catch.
Oh, lovely.
It's so lovely self-catering, especially when you cook. I just get to relax. Oh, hang on a minute. I spoke too soon.
You've got to do something. OK, bit of pepper.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do, I'd like little diamond shapes in there.
Ainsley, you still haven't told me what you're cooking.
I'm going to be doing like a... reminiscent of what my mum used to do. She used to buy the lovely fresh fish down Northcote Road. Very simple. A bit of coconut, curry, ginger, garlic, and all those lovely flavours going through it.
Kind of Caribbean fish curry?
We can call it the Caribbean Aberdeenshire curry. That's a good one, isn't it, eh? Oh, come on, with a view like that. With a view like that, Gracie, we gotta...
We have to.
It's the secret of what my mother used to do is take some lime juice, cut that in half, and just squeeze it on top of the raw fish.
I love it when you talk about your mum, though. She sounds really funny.
Ah, she was a fantastic woman. Dad wasn't that good a cook.
No, exactly.
He could cook.
It sounded like
But
you.
Mum's food was wicked. It really was something else.
Let's hope my chopping skills can match up.
Oh, Gracie, they're brilliant. That's brilliant. Well done.
I will admit that just looks a lot prettier than how I would have done it.
Well, looks like I've got myself a new commie chef. Her next job, slicing up the tommies, whilst I get a little bit spicy.
I'm going to put a bit of chilli in there too now.
Also going in some fresh thyme leaves, some curry powder, and Gracie's beautifully cut peppers.
They are lovely. Got some coconut milk going in here now.
That's just beautiful. I'm absolutely starving.
The sauce is then reduced by half, and my mum's beautiful Caribbean curry is finished with the citrusy fresh haddock, spinach, and cherry tomatoes. And we served with plain rice and a little fresh coriander.
Gracie, look at that beautiful, beautiful light out there.
It's just incredible.
Thank you. I was cooking and I
No, this, look at it.
This is just, wow. Bon appétit, mademoiselle.
Beautiful colours.
Oh, Ainsley, that's really good.
You like it?
Your food just makes me smell.
We know how to look after each other, don't we?
I love all those rocks out there covered in algae. I've always fancied myself as a mermaid.
Mermaid. You finished?
Ainsley, that was so good. Loads of chilli, loads of lime.
Enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yeah. Is there any left?
Might be a spoon or two.
It's a new day on the breathtaking Banishire coast. And this morning, we're back at Macduff, one of the few working fishing harbours still in existence in northeast Scotland. Also operating out of the harbour are birdwatching tours of the incredible coastline. And today, we're lucky enough to be going on one. And we'll be joined by wildlife guide, Sophia MacDonald.
Hey, Sophia!
Hello.
And where are you taking us?
We are going to go out of the harbour and we're going to head along the coast and then we're going to find a gannet colony, nesting gannets.
Well, let's do it then.
The gannet colony at Troop Head is Scotland's largest on the mainland. Spring is a great time to visit, as it's the beginning of the nesting season.
God, the sun's beautiful today. Oh, I love it. It's exciting. I love that sun. I love that smell.
I think you're probably privately a little bit of a petrolhead, aren't you? I think there's a little... yeah, more oil.
I like the smell of oil in the morning.
Oh,
Hey!
Gracie.
That's where we're staying.
See you later, holiday home.
You know, when I was young,
Yeah.
I always wanted to be in the Turan Turan video in Rio.
Really? Yeah, I do remember it.
Remember when Simon Le Bon was on a yacht just off Antigua? So this is kind of like that.
Well, maybe not quite Antigua, Gracie. But there are rather wonderful sights to be seen.
As soon as we left Macduff, we can already see the cliffs are getting higher and higher. The drama just increases. And this is the most ancient rock there is in the country. And also because we've had ice ages, when the ice retreated, a lot of the channels and the rocks were brought down from inland and we're left with table structures. And the birds, the seabirds, use it as habitat.
I'm finding it quite moving. How beautiful it is. It's so imposing.
Well, we're coming up to Troop Head. The cliff's height is about 90 metres, and that's where the gannets are nesting.
Troop Head Coastal Reserve comprises of 4 kilometres of dramatic cliffs overlooking the beautiful Moray Firth. It's protected by the RSPB, as its 29 hectares support more than 38,000 seabirds.
Isn't that amazing, Gracie? My word.
Sound is incredible.
Yes.
Of them all.
So they are all busy bonding with each other, because they will have not seen each other for a while.
Yeah.
So they'll be re-establishing their pair bond. This is the northern gannet. It's our biggest seabird in the northern hemisphere. It's nearly a 2-metre wingspan, so they can dive on a fish from up to 30 metres. So it goes in like a dart at 100 kilometres an hour.
And how many eggs do they actually lay?
They have one beautiful egg, and they will share the responsibility of protecting that egg and the chick when it hatches.
This is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. I feel like we're somewhere that humans aren't meant to be. And when you look, some of them are together, they've found each other. I don't think I'll see anything like this again in my lifetime. It is incredible. I thought we were going to see 20 or 30 birds. And to come round here and see this, it's just blown me away. I'm so emotional about it all. Thank you.
It's such a beautiful way to see your country, to see Scotland in all its glory.
Yes. Oh, it's just lovely to be able to share it with you guys.
Thank you. What a treat. What a treat.
Spectacular. It really is lovely.
Our incredible time by the sea has come to an end. We're heading inland, 20 miles south into the countryside en route to Royal Deeside.
So different here. Now we're kind of into the more rambling, rural, agricultural, hilly,
Sheepy.
sheepy-neepy.
They're having a nibble of the old neeps. And of course that flavours the lamb, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That gets in there.
Oh, farm shop, farm shop.
We're pulling over for this. Who doesn't love a farm shop? And I'm told this one is a world away from what most people would imagine.
I love a farm shop. Don't let me buy too much.
I am over stopping you from buying stuff.
Thorny Bank is a family-run business which started out in the 70s as a bench selling surplus veg at the side of the road. But now it's something very special.
This.
Oh, wow. Look at this, Grace. It's incredible.
This is so bizarre. It's lasagna.
I feel like I'm in Tokyo.
Yes.
In 2018, the Stevens family invested in high-tech vending technology. Although huge in Holland, these vending machines were the first of their kind to be installed in the UK.
Have you got the credit card? Dollar bills, come on.
We're not married, you know.
Woohoo! Let's begin the fun. Shortbread. Okay, I do love shortbread. We are in Scotland.
Yeah.
Right, okay, what do we do?
Is there a number?
There must be. Does it slide? No. Does it push up? Hang on, that's shortbread. And that's that one?
OK.
Yeah? Should I press it?
Of course. Oh, it's like the generation game.
What else can we buy?
I don't know, let's have a look.
Good morning.
Oh, there is someone here.
I'm the man behind the machines. Neil, nice to meet you.
Are you a robot too?
I'm not a robot, unfortunately. We are high-tech redneck in here. That's the way I describe it now. So
I love that. So what about the shortbread? Is this from a factory?
yeah,
or?
that's my mum that makes all that. So she does all the home baking and that here. It's been the same recipe for easy the last 30 years, and that's what people keep coming back for.
Does she make all the other stuff here
Yeah.
too? Mm-hmm. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
She's a busy woman. It's a family effort. It's not. We're all part of it here. Whether it's picking vegetables for out here or mum doing the home baking.
This has been absolutely amazing. I am so looking forward to trying this shortbread. If Ainsley's lucky, you might even get a piece. See you later.
Thank you very much for coming in past. I'll pass the compliments to the baker. Thank you.
See ya.
Now we've got our essential supplies, we're all set for our journey, heading 40 miles southwest into the Cairngorms National Park and Royal Deeside.
Balmoral's not far from it. You know when you see... I know.
God, we grew up with that, didn't we? We grew up with the Queen going on her vacation to Balmoral.
Balmoral. I always think that Balmoral is where they are their true selves. It's where they...
Escape.
Yeah.
When you get into the woodland area like this, it just says, come on, come discover me. Come for a walk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go and work up an appetite.
Right, let's go discover this beautiful forest land. Royal forest land. Yeah, what are you doing? You're doing a Scottish jig there?
I was doing a jig.
Yeah?
Because we're in Scotland. I'm always happy when I'm outside in the countryside walking along.
I met Her Majesty, you know. I was in Windsor and talking to her about the late, great Prince Philip. And I remember just saying, do you like to cook? And she said that Philip likes to barbecue. I thought it was so lovely. You know, we don't expect it.
Ainsley, you know, there's something up here that Queen Victoria came to visit. Bernavar?
Yeah.
It's just round here.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow.
I feel like we're going somewhere we're not meant to be going.
This is like an Aladdin's cave.
Oh, look.
Oh, wow. Oh. Gracie.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
Scotland, you are amazing.
Bernavat is a large glacial pothole and waterfall.
Oh my gosh!
Formed approximately 12 to 14,000 years ago by meltwater from a retreating ice sheet.
I had no idea that it was going to be like this.
I feel like I'm six again.
So cool. Look here, it's so high.
This natural amphitheatre measures 13 metres deep and 18 metres wide. Local legend has it that the vat provided sanctuary to the famous Scottish outlaw Rob Roy McGregor.
This is like the best adventure ever.
This is magical. It's otherworldly. I love places like this. Do you know what I also love?
What?
I love shortbread. You cannot come to Scotland.
I love you, Gracie Dent.
That
is very good shortbread.
It's very good shortbread. So it's buttery and it's light.
When I eat shortbread like this, it's like going to visit your nana or someone, you know?
Well, I do, but I'm ever so slightly distracted.
I'm covered in algae and water.
Yeah.
My bum is entirely wet.
And I don't care.
I don't care. It's just perfect, isn't it?
We're on the last leg of our journey through Aberdeenshire and heading through the royal Deeside countryside.
We have had a heck of a time. We've been out on boats. We've looked into smokehouses.
I can still smell that on my skin.
This is my new fragrance. She smells of kittens.
All the fishermen would,
But I think that we've had such an adventure. I feel like it would be nice to just go somewhere.
A bit of luxury.
A little bit of luxury.
Maybe a bit of food.
Oh.
Hey?
Yeah, always food. Always food. Hang on. Now this. This feels like a hotel that Miss Grace Dent deserves to stay in.
Doonside is a stunning hotel set within the grounds of a Scottish country estate originally purchased by Sir Alexander and Lady MacRobert in the late 19th century.
Oh, it's a little bit Balmoral.
It hosts 5,000 guests a year and is a sustainable retreat using solar panels for energy. And it has greenhouses and gardens that supply the hotel's kitchen.
Get your lippy on, Gracie. Let's go and have some luxury.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Look at those hazy blue mountains, look. I mean, it's the perfect day and the perfect scenery, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful in here. Hello.
Welcome to Dinside House. Delighted to have you here. That's your key to your room.
Lovely.
Thank you.
And we hope you enjoy your stay.
What a place to come to work, eh?
It sure is.
The hotel has 13 elegantly furnished bedrooms in the main building, but what really takes your breath away is views of the hotel's 17 acres of beautiful gardens and across to the stunning Grampian Mountains. And on a day like this, we have to get out and take it all in.
This is just magnificent.
It's just one beautiful view after the other.
Where are you going?
On the way in, I noticed this.
Well, a country estate isn't complete without croquet.
Have you ever played it before?
Yeah.
You've played croquet?
Yeah, play with my mate Cullen.
Yeah, full of surprises, me. Right, peeps, I'll keep this simple. The object of croquet is to hit your ball through a course of 6 hoops. and finish by hitting them against a centre peg. Whoever does it first wins.
And is it like this?
It's more like that. Bang.
Ah.
No.
Playing sport with you is always a recipe for disaster because you're always quite good.
Have another go. Hard, 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 hard. Right.
This doesn't bode well.
Through that hole, and if you hit the white post, you've won. Oh!
Look at that.
I'm gonna give it.
It's beautiful.
I think I need to make an escape from any post-match gloating. And where better to hide myself than my favourite place, the kitchen. Using amazing Aberdeenshire produce and vegetables from the kitchen garden, the operation here prides itself on sustainability. At the helm is head chef Matt Price.
Chef,
Ainsley.
how you doing?
Yeah, really well, thanks. How are you?
What amazing! I'm really good, and especially when I pulled up here. What about that greenhouse you got out there?
Oh, it's amazing, yeah. So we've got 2 greenhouses, a polytunnel with over 80 different fruits and vegetables, like in the season when it's in full swing. And it's basically a custom garden for the kitchen.
The produce must be fantastic. You've got this in front of you. What are we actually cooking today?
Yeah,
then,
this
chef?
is what we're going to be cooking a brisket of retired Scottish dairy cow. It's an amazing product, full of flavour. So we braise it really low and slow for 10 hours.
Matt uses retired dairy cow, which is something that's been done on the continent for ages. Cows who would otherwise be discarded are now put out to pasture.
What that does is it means that the animal can put down a lot more intramuscular fat, which is obviously where all the flavour is.
Yeah.
Once Matt has braised the meat, it's pressed and cooked on a charcoal grill.
And then what we're going to do today is we're just going to cook it on our conro just here.
Yeah.
Just bring some nice light smoke to it.
Shall I palm it on
That's
here?
it, yeah, please do.
As seen on every street corner in Japan, the Conro barbecue grill allows the meat's fat and juices to drip down and seal in the natural flavours.
It's the juices dripping on the coal, and as it gives off that smoke and it gives it that wonderful flavour. People think it's all from the coals, but it's the juice from the meat too, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
After grilling, Matt bastes the brisket in a glaze, tops with a beef fat crumb, and then moves on to a rather fancy-looking potato tuile.
You get that crispy. What do you is grate it, or is it what is it?
Yeah, so we use a spiraliser, so made nice long strands of potato. We blanch it in butter, and then we spread it on trays and we bake it through the oven so it's just nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy.
It's a posh rosti.
It is a very posh, thin rosti.
Yeah, that's exactly
My
it.
dad would say, "Give me 10 of them." Do you know what I mean?
Matt plates up the dish with a herb puree, the brisket, charred spring onions, and his one fancy posh rosti.
And then what we've got here, we've got some little onion shells. You can take it home if you like. Wonderful. And then just to finish off, there's just a beef sauce made with all the trimmings and the brisket. Perfect.
And after a quick spruce up into country estate attire, it's down to the Conservatory restaurant, which takes guests on a culinary journey showcasing Scotland's produce at its finest.
Are you cooking?
Yeah. Well, not quite, but I know what's on the menu, let's just say.
Just feels like you're in a place where you're going to get incredible produce.
We have got our slow braised beef for you. Enjoy.
Thank you. I love the fact that the colours of the dish are the colours of when you're driving through the countryside out there.
This meat has come from a retired dairy cow and slowly cooked. This is 10 hours of cooking, very, very slowly to tenderise it, re-searing it, coating it in that wonderful rich sauce.
You can really tell this has taken a long time to achieve that taste.
Yeah.
Really, really rich. Do you do beef on a Sunday at your house?
Yeah. But a good quality bit of beef. Scottish beef.
Yeah.
Aberdeenshire beef. Look, I'm Scottish. I've done Who Do You Think You Are? I've got a bit of Scottish in me. I'm allowed to do a little accent.
But to me, nothing is quite so Scottish as a dram and a sunset overlooking the mountains.
Oh, Gracie. Well, after a fine meal, what can you say? It's going to stay with you forever.
I will never forget going over to that Ganet colony. What a treat. What a treat.
Spectacular.
I loved it when we went around Fitty, that incredible seafood down by the harbour.
Yeah, look at you. You know how to do it, didn't you, Gracie?
And then off to that waterfall. Oh, my God. Oh, look!
Oh, wow. We were absolutely like kids. It was like, you know, Lord of the Rings again, wasn't it? We stood there and, oh, it was so dramatic.
Yeah. It's always fun being with you. We always, always have an adventure.
Well, thank
Not
you.
a bad travelling companion, despite everything.
I'm not,
Ainsley.
I don't care. I'm not carrying your suitcase. I don't care. Cheers to Scotland. Hey!